All right, we've got President Trump now lashing out at NATO allies who are denying his calls for ships to help secure the Strait of Hormuz. So while talking with reporters in the Oval Office, the president actually framed the demand as a test of loyalty for NATO members and threatened the future of the alliance over their response.
Well, we don't need too much help, and we don't need any help, actually. We don't need help. You know, that war has been long prosecuted as far as I'm concerned. I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake, and I've long said that, you know, I wonder whether or not NATO would ever be there for us. So this was a great test, because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
All right, joining me now to talk about this, retired Navy Admiral James Stavridis. He's also CNN senior military analyst and former NATO Supreme Allied Commander. I've got the right person to talk about this. Admiral, thank you so much for being here. My first question is about this photo I've been seeing for the last couple of weeks, which is images of decommissioned mines. So I was seeing this reporting that we once had like a larger minesweeper fleet. So what do we have now in terms of mine kind of countermeasures?
Well, the good news is that you're showing 4 Avenger-class minesweepers. Frankly, would have been nice to have them in the Gulf, but they're far from the cutting edge of minesweeping technology at this point, Audie. They're all over 30 years old. What you're showing in the background there is the replacement. That's a littoral combat ship, much bigger. It's about the size of those 4. You can see it on the right side of the screen there. And that brings a package of very high-tech capability. We've got 3 of those in the Gulf. So that's a very reasonable upgrade, if you will. And finally, in addition, our allies, the British and the Saudis, for example, also have very good minesweeping. So there's a lot of minesweeping. There's one of those littoral combat ships, the more advanced capability.
Let me ask you something there, though, because you just mentioned the Saudis and UK, right? So you've got the Europeans who are like, maybe we'll come later when you guys have settled things down. And I haven't heard them really talk, the administration, about reaching out to Gulf allies about their abilities. Respond to what I'm hearing from Germany, where they say, look, what can we do that the U.S. Navy can't at this point?
Incorrect. The German Navy has very capable minesweepers, as do the British, the French, the Italians, the Spanish. There are good minesweeping capabilities in the NATO alliance, and the Europeans, in my view, ought to send those to the Gulf. Now, we can debate the politics or the approach of the administration, pushing people and calling it a loyalty test, not the right approach. But is there capability there in Europe that could be helpful? Everything from minesweepers to frigates to destroyers to guided missile cruisers? Yes.
So in the meantime, U.S. Navy warship believed to be carrying thousands of Marines and sailors was spotted near Singapore. And so yesterday, Republican Congressman Pete Sessions was kind of asked about this, and he suggested that they might be headed for a mission to Karg Island. And he told CNN that he doesn't see it, though, as boots on the ground. Let me see if I can play that for you.
The president's chosen not to obliterate the ability that to get oil, and I think he wants to go secure that to make sure the Iranians don't do themselves in. So I think it's probably wisdom. Is that boots on the ground? No, not like inside Iran where they're in the cities.
So for people who don't know, this is Iran's key oil and gas kind of export hub. What do you see when you see a carrier of that size going in that direction?
I see certainly the potential for boots on the ground. And let's start with Karg Island. It is important because it controls 90% of the oil that comes out of Iran from the inside of Iran. The Karg Island is where it's loaded onto big tankers. They come down through the Strait of Hormuz, as you're showing now. Karg Island is way up to the left on that graphic, all the way in the northern part of the Arabian Gulf. So that strike force, expeditionary force, we call it in the Navy, with the 2,500 Marines is going to go through the strait. If you see it head up to Karg, you ought to start thinking that the potential is for those Marines to go ashore, seize it, hold on to it, and that is boots on the ground, and Kharg Island is part of Iran.
Admiral Stavridis, I know that the European allies, their feelings are hurt. They're mad at Trump. If you were in this position right now, what would you be saying to them to get them back on board?
I'd say be pragmatic. You need the oil. You need especially the natural gas, because you quite correctly got off of Russian natural gas. Your natural gas now comes as liquefied natural gas, LNG, out of the Gulf, a lot of it. So I'd say to the Europeans, rise above anything you're hearing, but send your ships. It makes sense for them to do so.
Okay, retired Admiral James Stavridis, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.